Hello, classmate and peers. I apologize for the delay in this video. If I'm perfectly honest, I am still struggling with managing and organizing everything I have going on at this time: work, field work, classwork, as we all do. So I'm going to start. I'm going to present a reduced or concise version of a psychosocial that I did on a client that I'm working with at my field placement site. Just a brief background history. My current field placement is at a in-house residential substance abuse treatment facility. It's non-co-op, it's just men. And as a result of COVID, the current population is smaller than what it would usually be. It is about 80 men. I have a current caseload of 4, which does change because the clients can leave at their discretion. Well, not all of them. I'll get to that. And so that is the population that I'm working with at this moment. Moving forward, the client's presenting problem is such as the resident is a 66-year-old Hispanic male of Puerto Rican descent. The resident has a history of opioid and stimulant dependency for over 15 years. The resident reported smoking up to 1.5 packs of cigarettes per day. The resident reported he began exploring and using various drugs beginning at age 15 while living in Puerto Rico. The resident reported he did not abuse alcohol but does drink still on occasion socially. The resident also reported, as stated, he smokes cigarettes, about a pack and a pack and a half per day, while not in the facility because smoking is technically not allowed. It is considered an addictive substance and therefore not allowed, although it is legal. The resident denies the use of pills or marijuana. The resident reported he is positive for Hep C and reports that it was contracted when using intravenous drugs in the street. The resident reported he had surgery on his right knee over 9 years ago after being in a car accident, which he was also prescribed narcotic medication for pain. As I was engaging with the client at that time, I observed through his clothing that his knee was substantially swollen. So he's still struggling with that. The resident reported light sensitivity and he reported continuously the need to wear glasses just to manage headaches. He also has a history of cataracts, and at age 66, that seems about fair, but he should definitely follow up with that and has not been able to. He also has low blood pressure and he is not complying with medication for it. He denies at the moment any mental health diagnosis, current or in the past, or the use of psychotropic medications, not even while in the streets utilizing illicit substances. He also has denied any suicidal ideations, and he actually said that he's afraid of dying and would not commit suicide. His family, the resident reported having had a good relationship with his mother when he was young. She has passed away. The resident reported his mother was a nurse while he was young in Puerto Rico, and he did not meet his father until he was 27 years old. The resident reports having 5 other siblings, 1 brother, and 4 sisters. And at the time of this engagement, he did not report having any children, but I suspect it was too early in our initial sessions for him to feel comfortable yet to open up about them. Later on, during a later engagement, he does open up about his children, and we have a quite interesting conversation surrounding his eldest daughter, which he also does not have a relationship with, but he has 4 children. Legal issues. The resident reported that he has had justice involvement since age 16 while beginning in Puerto Rico. He reported he has had no charges um, since 2016, but his charges have consisted of armed robbery and substance abuse. His longest incarceration was from 1984, and he was released in 1996, about 12 years approximate. Um, and he may be on parole, and he was hesitant to discuss it. Basically, at the time of this engagement, the client uh, reported that he was not sure if he was currently on parole or if he had already completed the requirements. He also was very hesitant and resistant towards really speaking about it. I just tried to gather a little more information, but I didn't want to push him, especially during our initial engagement. I didn't think that would be successful in future engagements with him. He did complete high school, and the resident reported having a history of having a CDL license. So that's also a strength that he can work on moving forward. Um, and one thing that I